Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is December 10th, 2019. This is a general love reading for the sign of Pisces for the first part of the month of December. Because it's a general love reading, it can't pertain to any kind of relationship, romantic or otherwise. It can also apply to situations or circumstances that you're dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. Don't be concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns I'm using to describe them. You can interchange the roles within the reading. You might be represented by any one of the characters that shows up in the cards. Also, you might feel like I'm reading directly for you, but you could also feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. So take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. My intention is to reach as many people as I can who need the message the most and who will benefit from it the most. So I pre-shuffled all my decks, Pisces. We're going to get started. Let me give this one more shuffle. And we'll see what's going on with you the month of December for Pisces. All right, here we go. So in your underlying energy, we're going to start with the Nine of Cups paired with the Three of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups, the High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Death card in reverse. Sorry, I have to take a second glance and actually look at the word because both the Hermit and the Death card, they look very similar. So I always have to look twice. And we have the Star. Okay, Pisces. Let me get my next get deck going here. So there's some kind of group situation, group of people that you're dealing with. Looks like something positive has transpired for this group. A wish come true, a hope. It feels like you may have moved on from something that was difficult for you, something emotionally challenging. You've known intuitively in your gut this was the right thing to do. And it feels like you've learned something from this experience, or you're in the process now of restarting a cycle where you're going to be able to gain some wisdom maybe from this experience. And there is it feels like kind of a transformation of hope. There's a lot of hope in this first set of cards, a lot of positive energy coming out right off the bat. Feels like due to something that may have been a bit of a struggle for you, something again that you may have had to leave behind or walk away from, something that definitely affected you emotionally. But moving forward, we have this transformation into hope, leaving something behind that will result in something positive or good. Again, I'm feeling like this is surrounding a group of people that you're tied to, group of friends, co-workers, possibly family members. Something has ended, and it feels like almost like a rebirth or a new opportunity because of an ending. Cycles ended, tough cycles ended, so that a new cycle can begin that's bringing in some hope, maybe some clarity. Maybe you're learning something new, gaining some knowledge, gaining some wisdom due to an ending that has caused some grief and some difficulties. So, clarifying the Nine of Cups, we have the Fool. There's that new beginning. Clarifying the Three of Cups, we have the Moon. Eight of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Eight of Cups. Six of Swords, clarifying the High Priestess. Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Cups. There's a repeat. Death in reverse is clarified by the Chariot in reverse. And the Star card is clarified by the Five of Wands in reverse. So there's a brand new beginning, something brand new, something that you probably are unclear about, something that you don't have a lot of information or knowledge about that is starting, or something that has started or is presented to you now in this point of your life because of something that you've put behind, or you've put to rest, or you have ended. Something that you've put behind you. So you've got some kind of new beginning on the horizon, something brand new that you don't know anything about. Again, this is in regards to you connected with a group of people. Could be a group of friends, group of family members, or just, people that you're close to. Mix and match, who you like. It could be friends and family, coworkers. Could be a mixed bag. But I do feel like this is something being presented to, or some opportunity that is being given or offered to a group, which includes you. You walked away from some obstacles, some things that were getting in your way, perhaps a lack of communication or inability to move forward because you didn't feel like it was going in the right direction. You've left that behind. There was something, again, probably standing in your way of this new beginning that you have walked away from. Now that you've left the obstacles behind, this new beginning is presenting itself. You intuitively knew or finally figured out or recognized that it was time to move on from this difficult situation. Your higher self was telling you, get your butt in gear and get going with this. You can't hang on to this forever, because you were hanging on to something that wasn't working in your benefit. You learned from it. You gained a lot of knowledge. You gained some wisdom from it. But it wasn't serving you anymore. And so you've left it behind for something new. And ultimately, this harsh ending, or what may have felt like it was harsh or hard, or took a while to figure out, has presented you with what you've been hoping for. Which is, I don't know if if this is a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new stage in your life. Maybe you graduated from high school or college, and now you're presented with, this opportunity to try something new with your life, or going on to the next chapter. You may have been in your stuck mode for quite some time, but all of this feels like it was for the purpose of transformation, where you were letting things go, leaving things behind in order to transform yourself or your life or your situation or opportunities that were presented to you. And while this may again, I feel like you're leaving something hard behind and being presented with something you feel like you've been working toward. It's bringing about some new hope. And again, you might still be wrestling with it a little bit in your head, but you leaving behind this conflict, maybe coming to terms with it. There is some sense that there is still a need to process maybe what you've gone through or what you're going through, or trying to see the reason behind the good that's coming out of the bad, maybe the positive that's coming out of something that's ended for you that was difficult. There's a lot of unknown in this new unknowns. There's a lot of feeling like, you know, you might be a little bit in the dark about what's to come, what's around the corner. But it's very positive energy. It's something you've hoped for. It's something that you've wished for. A new beginning. And it's going to require you to take some risks. It's going to require you to be brave and, you know, be willing to step off the cliff and take some chances without having all the information. You're not going to know everything. In other words, you might be a little bit in the dark about what's to come, but you're not going to be able to experience what you have waiting for you unless you're willing to take those risks where you're not being offered all the information. Right off the bat, you have to be willing to take a chance on this. A little bit like a gamble, but it doesn't feel like a gamble because it feels like it's something positive coming your way. So I don't feel like you're gambling on, is this going to turn out well for me, or is it going to be negative again? Am I going to have to, face some challenges that I'm not ready for? It's going to cause me to feel like I'm failing again, that kind of thing. It feels like it's you're going to take a risk, but it's going to be a positive thing. So the Six of Swords again in your underlying energy. And we have the Empress, clarifying the Three of Cups. Eight of Cups is clarified by the Chariot in the upright position. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Two of Swords, clarifying the Page of Pentacles. The Tower in reverse, clarifying the Ten of Swords in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse, clarifying death. And the King of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Five of Wands. So the King of Pentacles in reverse feels like the person that you're dealing with, or at least one of the people that you are, because again, I do feel like you are surrounded by people you care about, people that are significant to you in this reading, because whatever this is important for everybody. It's not just for you. But this King of Pentacles might be feeling a little skeptical about what's to come. He feels a little pessimistic, maybe unsure of himself, maybe not feeling like he's ready for this. But I also feel like this person has maybe been in this energy for a while. Maybe he's been hanging on to a sense of skepticism, not feeling ready to take that next step. It's possible that this King of Pentacles is feeling like this is going to cause some more hardships or grief, something that you've just left behind. He might be thinking that this is going to cause more of that you're going to have to, like I said before, if you take this risk, you're going to have to deal with this again and deal with another ending. He's feeling skeptical. He's feeling unsure. But this, the Star card's here to shed light on the situation and provide hope for this person. Again, I'm feeling like whatever you left behind, whatever you walked away from was necessary. This was maybe felt unfortunate that you had to go through this, because it does feel like it was difficult, whatever it was that you're walking away from. but it was necessary for this to happen. This Nine of Cups, whatever this Nine of Cups is for you. So you're represented by the Empress, Pisces, within this group of people. There's something about this, you have the Empress, you have the High Priestess in your energy. I have a feeling that within this group, you may be looked upon as someone who has more wisdom under your belt, as someone who may be a little bit more in the know, that you have more experience, or there's something about you being not like a higher ranking individual within this group, but someone who has maybe a special talent, or I mean, you could be potentially intuitive. Maybe you work in the spiritual arts, for example, so you have an ability to kind of see what might be coming, or have a clearer understanding of what this is going to be all about. This mystery that seems to be surrounding you and this group of people in regards to this brand new beginning that's requiring you to take a little bit of a risk. So I do feel there's some kind of level of responsibility that you may have in this group of people. You may have, like I said, some special skill or talent, or just maybe you're older and wiser and you have more experience under your belt, but there's something about you here being looked upon as necessary within this group, within this mix of people, to make this work. I think that there were bumps in the road along the way, things that were keeping you from moving on from whatever this hard learning experience was, that you needed to get under your belt before moving forward. This feels like a spiritual journey to me, if I'm being honest. It feels like, so this is very, it feels a little bit more 5D than 3D, if I'm being honest. And by that I mean, whatever these hardships, or this hardship was that you've left behind, that you've walked away from, that you've been able to move forward from, could have been challenges in your life, ranging from relationships that needed to be dropped, to jobs that were unfulfilling, to having financial difficulties, or family concerns. It could be anything. It feels like it could be a wide variety of different things that you might be moving away from, and it took a lot of time. I feel like it took a lot of time and a lot of effort, and you may have been resistant to moving on from whatever this was. You may have even felt blocked from moving on to this next chapter, this next part of your life that is going to bring something significant to you. This also feels very personal. In other words, while I feel like you are one of many within this group, this could also represent you being one of many people who are experiencing this. Like, you're all just on the same path, the same spiritual path. You're kind of working through things at the same time. You might not even know some of these people, but maybe you're spiritually connected to them. Because this Nine of Cups energy, which is in your reading twice, feels very personal. It feels very individual. So whatever this is for you could be an individual dream or hope or wish that you have for your own life. And while you are connected to this group of people or group of spirits, they all have something different that they're moving on to, but you're doing it kind of collectively. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm getting from this reading. It's feeling very 5D. on the spiritual realm, in the dream world. That's what it's feeling like to me. But this King of Pentacles is significant to you. You know this King of Pentacles. So we have the Two of Cups in reverse, clarifying the Fool. And the Queen of Cups, clarifying the Moon. Page of Swords in reverse. Moon in reverse, clarifying the Six of Swords. Queen of Swords. The Lovers, clarifying the Nine of Cups. The Hanged Man in reverse, clarifying the Chariot. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Five of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this new endeavor, or whatever it is you're moving toward, it feels like you might have to take a risk on a relationship, or a risk in love. Feeling maybe unknown about what the outcome will be, and that's uncomfortable. In other words, I feel like you might have to get involved with some people or a person where you don't necessarily know what the outcome of the relationship will end up being. Will it work out or not? And that's uncomfortable to do that, because if you're starting a new chapter and it's a positive thing, this Nine of Cups is definitely positive energy. You don't want to take a risk where you end up having, bad experience with somebody, or you get involved in a relationship that ends up going sour. I'm going to get this last round of cards out, and then I'll show you some of these and why I'm thinking that. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And Death again in reverse in your underlying energy. Two of Swords, this is a repeat also, it's in the reverse. Magician in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. My stomach is growling. I hope to God you can't hear that, because that would be a little embarrassing. I haven't eaten lunch. I haven't eaten anything today, which I'm going to do after this video. Four of Cups. And Ace of Cups in reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is also repeat, this time in the upright position. So let me look at this for a minute. I lose my stomach again. I don't think you can hear that. I'm pretty sure you can't hear it. I'm sorry. My stomach is making so much noise. Embarrassing. I feel like I should be talking just to cover it up. Okay, so this new endeavor, whatever this is, it's new, it's exciting, there's a sense of unknown. At the same time, there's a feeling that if you don't take a chance on some relationships, that you won't be able to move toward this. That if you don't take a chance on possibly some things that will not work out in your favor, they will end up being missed opportunities. If you don't take some of those chances, those risks, that you won't be moving toward this Nine of Cups. In other words, I think it's Spirit telling you, just because your Nine of Cups is coming does not mean you're not going to have some difficulties. I think that's what that's saying, if I'm being honest. So you may want to be tempted to not take things personally, or kind of be maybe a little less emotional about what's coming, relationships that are coming, opportunities are coming, maybe kind of removing your emotions out of the equation in order to avoid missteps along the way. That could also be what this is indicating, because there's this great big unknown. So maybe this is a personal endeavor. Maybe this is something that you go after on your own without getting others involved, without the temptation of getting involved with somebody if you meet someone along the way. Maybe this is Spirit telling you to, at least for now, there's going to be a lot of people that you will encounter. There are people who are going to see that you are moving towards great things in your life, that this is a brand new chapter that you're excited about. You are embodying Empress energy, so you will be surrounded by a lot of people who will be attracted to you, who will be drawn to you. And there might be temptation to take risks and get involved, maybe romantically or otherwise, in business or whatnot. But part of the problem from the past is that what you've realized is that some of these relationships or things that you've left behind in order to start this new chapter, you realized when you got involved on that level that things didn't go the way you had planned, because now there's other people in the mix giving you their opinions, steering you in a different direction. In other words, manipulation. And I feel like that's what you're walking away from. You're leaving behind this sense that basically other people are getting up in your business when it's you making the decisions, and only you who should be making the decisions. So we have the Queen of Wands on the table in the reverse. I do feel like this represents one of those people, possibly from your past, one of these people that you have left behind in order to achieve this next step in your life, in order to move towards this Nine of Cups. This is one of those people, Queen of Wands, who was meddling in your business and caused some failures, caused some hiccups, caused some roadblocks. And you're starting to see this a little more clearly now. You're starting to gain a clearer perspective that these kind of people were blocking you from moving forward. We're blocking you from gaining that experience, gaining that clarity about your direction, your path in life, where you want to go for yourself, because you're not doing this for other people. Again, I think this feels like a 5D message for someone who is starting to wake up and realize that sometimes relationships get in the way of your destiny, your purpose. And when you ignore that, when you ignore that there are people and things, circumstances that can cause you to get stalled or be held back, when you become apathetic about that and don't take action against them, then results in you needing to end things or move on past the hard things that are holding you back so that you can continue to move forward. And I do believe what Spirit's saying here is that the right kind of relationships are going to present themselves as you move towards your Nine of Cups, for you, for your own good. The right kind of relationships will present themselves. And I believe the right kind of relationships are going to be this Three of Cups energy. Like I said, you could know people that might be going through this with you, but at the same time, there could be people in your life that you haven't met yet that are going through something similar as you, and when you meet up with them, you're going to start making these connections that are right for you in your life. The ones that are not going to keep you, not going to hold you back, feeling like a victim, keeping you held back, and keeping you not only from having the right kind of connections, but keeping you back from your own self-love, maybe towards feeling secure about doing this, about moving forward towards this endeavor, this goal, this opportunity, whatever this is for you. This King of Pentacles is significant to you in some way, shape, or form. And he is also moving in the same direction. I do feel like he is, like, it could be a close friend, family member, partner. But this person is struggling a little bit with feeling like he's not ready for this. He wants it, but he's not ready for it. And he's going through maybe some mental conflict, kind of wrestling with himself, talking himself out of it, talking himself back into it. But this person is embodying, some star energy here too. So that this person may need some support from you because they're feeling a little pessimistic, feeling like maybe they don't have what it takes. I think this person's in your cards because you may be significant in helping this person move forward. Because again, I do feel like you're embodying the Empress energy. You may feel like you have a more clear grasp on what's going on than this person. And maybe you can help them along, is what I'm getting, Pisces. This is an interesting reading. It's not a reading that I'm used to. It's not as clear cut as most of the readings that I do, and again, it doesn't feel like, it's not feeling familiar to me. The cards that are here, it feels like they could be interpreted in a lot of different ways. So I'm trying to keep it general because I do feel like this is a message from Spirit that is not necessarily for everybody. This is for somebody, this is for an Empress, High Priestess individual. This is for somebody who has their shit together and has been through the ringer and back again, and then through the ringer again and back again. This is somebody, you are somebody who is ready for this next chapter. You're ready for your Nine of Cups. And again, it feels very individual at the same time. You're surrounded by others who might be experiencing the same thing that you are right now. That's what I have. All right, Pisces, I'm not doing very good with my shuffling. These cards are so big and they're awkward. And lately they've been falling out of my hands and it's annoying. So I want to get one of these Dreams of Gaia tarot cards to end this reading. Yours will be the only one I'm posting because this is my last reading for the first part of December, and I think I'll start Aries tomorrow. So you're my last hurrah, at least for today, Pisces. Tell me more for Pisces. Give me one last card, Spirit. Something that they can go away with, walk away with, maybe chew on some thoughts here. What do we got? Healing in reverse. We have the healing card in reverse. This guy is wearing a really pretty robe. It's a gorgeous lavender color. couple little frogs playing at his side. Very cute. Healing. Okay, so this guy is obviously a healer. You might be too. He came out in reverse. So let's see what this says for you. And see if it doesn't resonate and give you something that you can walk away with. Will help you. Okay, healing. Don't be too long. Just be a short passage, please. So the potential blockage is only about a half a page. It's pretty short. And I will display this in the upright so you can look at the image. I am running long again. My videos have been going long. I apologize if that upsets you, Pisces. I haven't been able to help it lately for some reason. And I hear Carmilla squawking in there. Okay, here we go. When the healing card appears in the reversed position, it may signify a resistance to getting help and healing that could be born of fear. If you are experiencing an unresolved disease, ask, and it's dis-ease, it's not actually disease, dis-ease. Ask yourself if you are trying to treat it as a mind over matter situation when your inner wisdom tells you it needs more than that. If that is the case, do not be afraid. More often than not, we imagine the situation to be so much worse than it is. Reality is often very different. Do not prevent an opportunity for healing because you are afraid, or hold on to a stubborn belief that you can handle it, or heal yourself if you just think positively. Positivity and prayer can work miracles, but not when they are being used as wound dressings over an untreated or infected wound. You do not have to endure alone. Reach out and ask for help. Do not let your fears prevent you from finding the treatment and help that you need. I think this could indicate, more than anything, this King of Pentacles energy. You might be resisting some help and you might be the answer. Because I have a feeling Empress, High Priestess energy, you are a healing individual. And you probably have those skills. That skill set, maybe to help this person. It also could represent, I believe, the idea that you are still working through some of this energy. Some of this energy, Three of Pentacles energy, Ten of Swords energy, and Eight of Wands in reverse energy. You might still be working through some of this stuff. And again, don't just put a band-aid over it. Really work through it. Heal yourself from this so you can truly move forward onto your Nine of Cups with those that are significant to you because they might be going through the same thing. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you gained something out of this reading, gave you a little insight, little clarity so that you can move forward. I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me again sometime. Take care. Bye.